Hello, in this video I'll be showing how to use CustomPaint in Flutter to draw custom objects. So this is a demo of the app that we are going to build. So this is a custom progress bar with two circles on top of each other, and we will have a text at the center which updates on each progress, and when it is completed we will be showing a tick mark. As usual, I'll be starting with an empty template and I'm going to create a new file. I'm going to name it progress_paint.dart. So let's write the class. First we have to import the material package and the Dart math package. I'm going to create a class. I'm going to name it ProgressPainter, which extends custom painter, and it is saying us to implement some methods. So we have two methods to implement. The first one is the paint method, which takes two parameters. The first one is the canvas where you can draw, and second one is the size, which is the size available to draw. Alright, so let's write the other overridden method that is called should repaint, which takes the canvas parameter, the custom painter parameter, and I'm going to return it true for simplicity. And let's declare some variables that we need to draw these circles and other things. The first one is a default circle color, that is before drawing the progress. Second one is a percentage completed circle color, and the third one is the completed percentage, and the fourth one is a circle width. Now we will write a constructor that accepts all these parameters. So the first one will be the default color, circle color. Second one will be the percentage completed circle color. Third one will be completed percentage, and the fourth one will be the circle width. Alright, now let's go to the paint method and declare a paint object. With the help of the paint you can draw anything. So I am going to name it default circle paint, and we'll be writing a method get paint that will return the paint object. So that will take the color. So return paint, and we are going to set the properties. First thing is we are going to set the color as the incoming color, and the second one is the stroke cap, which is the corner of each arc. We are going to set it round, and the style to stroke, paint style dot stroke, and the fourth one is the width, which is set to circle width. Alright, okay, now let's copy that and duplicate that and give it as progress circle paint. So that's the second circle. Okay, now let's get the offset. I'm going to name it center, and the center would be size dot width by 2 and size dot height by 2. Now let's find out the radius. So double radius equal to, if it is not a square, we are going to get the minimum of two values. So width by 2 and height by 2 with the minimum value. So minimum of those two values. Now draw the circle with the center, radius, and the default circle paint. So our first circle is complete. Now let's draw the second one. So that is basically an arc. So let's find out the arc angle, that is 2 into pi into completed percentage by 100. Now let's draw the arc. So that will be draw arc. First one is a rect for the circle, which takes the center and radius parameter. It's the same as other circle. Now the start angle will be minus pi by 2. Sweep angle will be arc angle. Use center will be false because we don't want to fill the circle to the center and the paint object. Now let's go back to the main UI and write a method to get our painter object, custom painter object. So return custom paint, which will take a child So I am going to set the child as the center object. So that will have a text view which shows a percentage. So let's write a method to get the text. So return text. I'm going to set the value as 0 for now, and let's give some style with a font size of 40, font weight of W800, and the color as green. Alright, let's copy that and use it inside the center object, set it as the child. Now once the child is drawn, it will look for the foreground painter, that is our custom progress painter. So progress painter, let's give the constructor parameters, default circle color as amber, percentage completed as green, and percentage completed percentage as percentage. We are going to declare that, and circle width as 50. Okay, copy the variable and declare it. Now let's add to the UI. We will declare that variable. Now I am going to override the initState method and call super.initState and initialize the percentage to 0. Now I am going to add a container which wraps the progress view and give a height as 200 and width as 200 with a padding of 20 and margin as say 30. Okay, there is our UI. Now I am going to add a outline button just below the container that will say start, and on press of the button I am going to call a method publish progress. Let's copy that and write the method. So that will update the progress. I'm going to declare another variable next percentage, initialize it with 0. Okay, now let's declare another variable. We want to animate from percentage to next percentage, right? So for that animation we need an animation controller. I'm going to name it progress animation controller, and we'll write a method to initialize the animation controller. Okay, so progress animation controller equal to animation controller, and the next parameter is vsync. This is set to this, and we will use with single ticker provider state mixin, because ticker provides callback for every frame you trigger, and since a callback, if you want to update something on this callback, use it with animation controller from that state. So if you have only one ticker, that means you have only one animation controller for the lifetime of your state, then you can use this class, this single ticker provider, which is more efficient. And let's set the duration. Okay, now we are going to add the listener for each frame. That will be dot add listener, and inside that let's format that a little bit and we'll leave it blank for now. And let's go to our publish progress method, and when the progress is starting, we will set the percentage to next percentage and increment the next percentage by 10. And if the next percentage is greater than 100, we will set the percentage back to 0 and next percentage also back to 0. And let's write the add listener now. Alright, here we will update the percentage to we will need a new import to linearly interpolate, so the .ui. So call this method to interpolate between these two values, the percentage and next percentage. and the third parameter will be progress animation controller dot value. Alright, and go to the publish progress method and set the state, and at the end call progress animation controller dot forward from 0. Okay, let's click the button. It didn't do anything. Click again. Okay, so there is some bug there. We're going to fix that. So everything else is okay. So we will update the text in the middle first. So let's go to our text and set it to next percentage dot int to int. We just need the integer part, so click that. Okay, so that is okay. Now they are updating the progress. Now, oh, I forgot the set state here. That may be the issue. Okay, so that bug is gone now. It's working good. Now let's set a timer to run it automatically. So timer equal to new timer, and let's import the async package to use the timer, and set the new timer equal to null, and I'm going to write a method to start the timer. That will be timer dot periodic with a duration of, say, in milliseconds 100, and give a callback handle ticker. Let's write the handle ticker, which is called on every 100 milliseconds. It will take a timer parameter, and let's set the timer to the global timer, and if the next percentage is less than 100, we are going to call the publish progress method, which will update the progress, else we will be cancelling the timer. Okay, let's write one more method, start progress, which will be called by the button actually. So if the timer is not null and if it is running, we will cancel the timer and start over again. Alright, and let's set the percentage to 0 and next percentage to 0 and call start method. Put it inside the set state method. Okay, if it is active, we will cancel. It is less than 100, we will call publish progress. Everything is okay. Start will start the timer again. Okay, so let's change that to start progress. Okay, click the button. Okay, so that was little fast. Let's update the values. Change the 10 to 1 and that. Okay, now let's little bit slower and smooth. Okay, change the 100 to 50 and 1 to 0.5. Okay, so I'm going to declare another variable, boolean progress done, set it to false initially, and when the progress is done, we are going to show a tick mark. So I'm going to return an image check mark which is in my resources. I'm going to show it shortly with a width of 50 and height also to 50. Okay, so copy that. So I will show the image now. So that's my image. I have added it in the pubspec.yaml file as well. Copy the method and provide it as the child of the progress view. So if it is done, we will show that image, else we will show the text, and set the progress done to if it is starting the progress, we will set it to false, else if it is done, we will set it to true. Alright, click start. Let's wait for it to complete. Alright, there it is. So that is also working. Now, okay, I'm just going to rename the variable to make it consistent. Alright, and change that to 30. Okay. Alright. So if the next percentage is equal to 0, I'm going to set the text to empty, and otherwise it will show the percentage. Let's run that and see. So that is also working. So this is a simple demo about CustomPaint. You can draw circles, lines, etc., etc. You can try with that, and if you wrap this object inside a gesture detector, you can get the point where user touches on the screen, and you can have a drawing pad or something like that. So that's it. I just want to make the video shorter as possible, and if you enjoy the video, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and share the video and hit the bell icon for notifications. Thanks for watching.